dear children, welcome back. I'm Dr. Jishajo. In this session, we will be discussing the important questions from the chapter Photosynthesis. First, we are moving on to the definition type questions. Photosynthesis, the process by which green plants synthesize food using carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Photon, smallest unit of light energy. Photolysis, splitting of water molecules into hydrogen ions and oxygen in presence of light and grana. Photophosphorylation is the process of conversion of ADP to ATP by adding one phosphate group in presence of light. Polymerization, the process of formation of one molecule of starch from several glucose molecules. Destarching, the process of removal of starch from the leaves of a plant by keeping it in dark for 24 to 48 hours. Remember, when you write the definition, it is the removal of starch from the leaves of a plant. Moving on to the differentiation type questions. Difference between chlorophyll and chloroplast. Chlorophyll is the green color pigment that is present on the walls of the thylakoids in the chloroplast, whereas what are chloroplasts? Chloroplasts are the cell organelles that are present in the mesophyll cells of the leaf. Thylakoid and grana. Thylakoid, the sac-like structures present in the chloroplast, whereas stroma is the fluid matrix inside the chloroplast. Also, thylakoids are the site of light reaction, whereas stroma is the site of dark reaction. Stoma and stroma. Stoma is the opening of the stomatal apparatus, whereas stroma is the fluid matrix inside the chloroplast, which is the site of dark reaction. Light dependent phase and light independent phase. Light dependent phase, it is the phase which is dependent on light, whereas light independent phase takes place whether light is present or not. It does not affect this phase. Now, what are the products of light dependent phase? ATP, NADPH and oxygen. Whereas light independent phase, the product is glucose. Glucose is the product in light independent phase. The energy rich compounds ATP, NADPH are used for the conversion of carbon dioxide to glucose in the light independent phase. Or another way you can be asked, photochemical phase and biosynthetic phase. Photochemical phase is the light dependent phase. Biosynthetic phase is the light independent phase. Light reaction and dark reaction. The same answers that we have discussed for the light dependent phase and light independent phase. In different ways, these are the different ways in which the questions can be asked. Then photosynthesis and respiration. Photosynthesis is a process. What is the process? You can write. Also, you can write that photosynthesis is an anabolic process. Okay, whereas respiration is a catabolic process. That is, it is a breaking down process. Complex glucose molecule or sugar molecules are broken down into simpler substances like carbon dioxide and water in respiration. Whereas photosynthesis, what happens? Carbon dioxide and water are joined together to form a large molecule, that is the glucose. from simpler substances, more complex molecules are produced. So it is called an anabolic process, whereas respiration is a catabolic process. Then another difference you can write: photosynthesis takes place in presence of light, whereas respiration, light is not a factor there for respiration. Okay. Then producers and consumers. Producers, they can synthesize their own food using sunlight, energy source in the form of light, whereas consumers, they have to depend upon the producers for their food. They cannot synthesize their own food but depend upon other organisms for their food. They are consumers. Okay, consumers may be herbivores or carnivores. So those that depend directly on plants are called herbivores, and carnivores are organisms that depend upon other animals. Animals that depend upon other animals for food. Carnivores. So producers are the green plants. They can synthesize their own food, whereas consumers have to depend upon other organisms for food. Now coming to the location and role type questions. First, chloroplast. Where is it located? In the mesophyll cells of the leaf. And what is the role of the chloroplast? It contains the pigment chlorophyll, which is involved in absorbing or trapping light energy for photosynthesis. So chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis, food production in plants. Okay. Next is chlorophyll. Location on the walls of the thylakoids. Okay. And role of chlorophyll pigment is to trap the light energy for photosynthesis. Thylakoids, the sac-like structures present inside the chloroplast. Role, it is the site of light reaction. Stroma is the fluid matrix inside the chloroplast. Role is, it is the site of dark reaction. Stomata present on the surface of leaf, mostly on the under surface of leaf, and the function of stomata is it helps in gaseous exchange, and also it is involved in the process of transpiration. So these are the questions that can be asked for location and role from this chapter. Now moving on to the give reason type questions. First one is: we owe our existence to plants, or tiger owes its existence to plants. Life on earth is impossible without plants. For all these questions, you have to write the importance of photosynthesis or the significance of photosynthesis. That is, photosynthesis provides the oxygen that is necessary for all the other organisms for respiration, and photosynthesis provides food for all the other organisms, directly or indirectly. It is the green plants that provide food for all the other organisms, and also it is the green plants, or it is due to the process of photosynthesis, oxygen, which is the life supporting gas, is present on the earth. So we know all the organisms need oxygen for respiration. So that is the answer. 2 points: provides food and provides oxygen. Then plants are green in color. Why are plants green in color? Because plants or the chlorophyll pigment can absorb light at the blue and red ends, or red light of the visible spectrum, but it reflects all the green light. The chlorophyll pigment reflects away all the green light, and that is why the leaves or the plants or the chlorophyll appears green in color. Green light is reflected. Transpiration is the price which the plant pays for photosynthesis. That is, during daytime, when photosynthesis takes place, the stomata remain open for the exchange of gas, for the intake of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. We know carbon dioxide is the raw material for photosynthesis. For taking in carbon dioxide, the stoma remains open during daytime. So whenever the stoma is open for the intake of carbon dioxide, transpiration will take place. That is why we say that transpiration is the price which the plant pays for photosynthesis. Leaves are broad and thin. These are the adaptations of the leaves for photosynthesis. Leaves are broad. What is the need for the broad leaves? It increases the surface area for absorption of light. And leaves are thin. It reduces the distances between the cells to facilitate the rapid transport of substances. So both the reasons you have to write. All food chains start with plants, or green plants are called producers. Yes, we know all the food chains start with plants, or the same reason, same answer can be given for both the questions. That is, it is only the green plants that can synthesize their own food using the energy from sunlight. All the other organisms depend upon the green plants directly or indirectly for their food. That is why we say that green plants are the producers, and that is the reason why all the food chains start with green plants. Only plants can synthesize their own food using sunlight through the process of photosynthesis. Now coming to the diagram based questions. Moving on to the diagram based questions. Internal structure of chloroplast is important. Draw and study the diagram. It can be asked for drawing, or it can come as a diagram based question to identify the organelle and to label the parts, and certain questions related to the diagram can be asked. So draw and study, so that in case if it is asked as a diagram based question also, you will be able to answer. Stomatal apparatus also is important. Draw and study the diagram. Sometimes it can be asked for drawing, or it might be asked as a diagram based question. So always it is better to draw these diagrams and study, so that if they are asked as diagram based questions also, you will be able to answer. Now all the experiments on photosynthesis can be asked as diagram based questions, not for drawing but as diagram based questions. The diagram can be given and you will be asked to identify or what does this experiment demonstrate. So study the diagram carefully and answer the question. What does a particular figure or experiment demonstrate? Whether it is to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So look at the leaves. If the leaves are variegated leaves, then make sure that the aim of the experiment is to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. If there is a black paper fitted onto one of the leaves on the plant, then make sure that it is an experiment to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. If there is that potassium hydroxide in the conical flask, instead of potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide can also be used. So in such cases, make sure confirm that it is an experiment to show that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. And the last experiment to show that oxygen is evolved during photosynthesis also can be asked as a diagram based question, or it can also be asked as a diagram, to draw the diagram. That is the hydrilla experiment. That is this experiment to show that oxygen is evolved during photosynthesis. Draw and study the diagram. It can be asked for drawing. So whenever you draw that figure, make sure that you draw the sun. Sun is important there because all the process means the process of photosynthesis occurs only in presence of sunlight. So sunlight is necessary. If there is no light source, you can lose mark there. So always make sure that there is a source of light. Okay, if you are representing using arrows, you can write sunlight or draw a sun there. Then the beaker, when you draw the funnel inside the beaker, make sure that the mouth of the funnel is below the water level in the beaker. Then the cut ends of the hydrilla twigs should be directed upwards, because the oxygen gas is evolving through the cut ends. So the cut ends of the twigs should be pointing upwards, directed upwards. Then the test tube, the inverted test tube, when you draw, make sure that it is not hanging in air. It should sit on the funnel. Okay, and the oxygen bubbles should be indicated, and label all the parts that you can label: the beaker, water, hydrilla, the funnel, test tube, oxygen bubbles, oxygen gas. All these needs to be labeled. So whatever you can label in the figure. Now whenever the experiment, sometimes you might also be asked to write an experiment, to write the experiment to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So whenever such questions are asked to write the experiments, it is always better to write it as aim, materials required, procedure, observation and conclusion. Under the 5 heads, aim, materials required, procedure, observation and conclusion. So whenever a question comes to write an experiment, it is always better that you, instead of writing it as a paragraph, you can write it under these points once again: aim, materials required, procedure, observation and conclusion. So it is a better way to write such type of answers. And for all the experiments on photosynthesis, to test the presence of starch, we use the iodine test. So study the steps of iodine test. It is important, can be asked. So these are the questions, these are the things that can be asked for diagrams or as diagram based questions. Now moving on to a small portion at the end of the chapter, that is the carbon cycle. Just a diagrammatic or schematic representation of the carbon cycle you should know. Here that is we know carbon is present in the air as carbon dioxide, and it is about 0.03% in the atmosphere. And this carbon dioxide, how does it enter into the living world? It enters into the living world by the process of photosynthesis into the green plants through the process of photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide from the atmosphere enters into the green plants or the producers through the process of photosynthesis. Now when these plants are consumed or eaten up by the animals, they enter into the animal body. We know plants, animals respire, they release this carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. When plants and animals die, they are acted upon by decomposers. Here also some amount of carbon dioxide will be released by the process of decomposition, and also the respiration also releases carbon dioxide into the air. Now fossilization of the plants, animals and decomposers result in the over millions of years results in the formation of fossil fuels, coal, gas, etc. And also limestone is produced, which on combustion or heating releases the carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. So this is a simple cycle. The main source of carbon is the carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere. So I hope this session is clear to you. With this we have come to the end of plant physiology. If you have any doubts or suggestions, please ask your doubts, give your suggestions in the comment section. Thank you.